studying in Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering. Today I am going to explain about applications of EMS. EMS stands for Environmental Management System. EMS refers to a structure, practice and control that organization uses to manage its environmental aspects and impacts to achieve its performance objectives. An effective EMS requires that organizations establish and communicates its environmental commitment and goals throughout the environmental policy. Plan program for controlling environmental aspects and impact that product and process the activities. Implement the programs and control operations to achieve this. To check the results and correct problems, reduce, improve the systems. The textile industry, an overview. India is the sixth largest exporter of the textiles and apparel in the world. Textile is the one of the largest producer of the cotton and jute in the world. The domestic apparel and textile industry in the India contributes 5% to the country GDP and 7% of industry output in the value terms and 12% of the country export earnings. Top textile companies in India are Arvind, Vardhaman Textiles and Raymond, etc. Here, air and water pollution prevention opportunities in textile industry. The industry is one of the most pollutant releasing industry of the world. Surveys show that nearly 5% of landfills space is consumed by textile waste. Besides, 20% of all freshwater pollution is made by textile treatment and dyeing. Pollutant released by global textile Pollutant released by global textile industry are continuously doing unimaginable harm to the environment. It pollutes the land and makes them useless and barren in the long run. Survey shows that cotton consumes highest amount of pesticides and fertilizers. Majority of fall of land which sprinkled on the crop. Similarly, textile manufacturing units releases hazardous waste nearby land. After assessing and developing a clear understanding of significant environmental aspects of their products, services and activities and impact they have on the environment. The main features of their policies are reviving and improving traditional manufacturing process of natural dyes and coloring process, continuously integrating and developing environmental and more process of natural dyes and coloring, continuously integrating and developing environmental more acceptable products such as naturally grown colored cottons, minimizing wastage and conserving resources such as waste, energy, oils, chemicals and papers, reduce the water, air and noise pollution and land contaminations, compliance with relevant environmental legislation and regulations, keeping EMS alive through review of the environment objectives and targets, maintaining the cleaner working environment. The next topic is what is waste audit. Discover what waste generates you generate. What are you not recycling? What will find things you don't expect? Review the purchasing management decision and how to reduce the waste, how to recycle more bins are needed, and where what system put into and what training is needed. Why waste audit? Savings money on the costly disposal. Regularity requirement, regularity requirement, waste and disposal cost.
It's 5:30 a.m.
Features of waste audit a good waste audit should be define source quantity and types of waste being generated, bring together information of unique process, products, raw materials, water usage and water waste generation, highlights process the efficiency and inefficiency, identify the areas of waste and losses and waste problems, identify the constituents of the waste, help to set the targets of the waste reduction, permit development of cost effective waste management strategy. The next topic is pulp and paper industry. India is vast country with average of 700 pulp and paper mills. It is one of the highest polluting industry in the India and it's highly water intensive. Relatively large wastewater discharges and accompanied release of high pollution load into environment is the sequel of the high water consumption and pollution generation in the process of pulp and paper manufacturing. Environmental management in the pulp and paper industry are the source of waste generation. In pulp and paper industry, considerably quantity of water is used to in paper making process. The quantity of water consumption varies according to the quality and the kind of paper to be manufactured. In addition to considerable amount of the solid waste and gaseous occurs. Here the wastewater generation done by the pulping and paper. The next topic is solid waste generation in the pulp and paper. In pulp and paper industry, solid waste are generated from following operations: raw material handling, rejects from screening and central cleaning, primary and secondary sludge from wastewater treatment, coal or boiler ash from steam and power generation, lime sludge causticizing section of chemicals. The characteristics of hazardous waste: in ignitability, the create, creates fires under the certain conditions. Spontaneous combustible corrosivity and reactivity. The test methods are pinky closed cup methods, and setless flash methods. Major types of hazards: cultural hazards, chemical hazards, physical hazards, and biological hazards. The chemical hazards cause harm by being flammable or explosive, irritating or damaging the skin of or lungs, interacting with preventing oxygen uptake and distribution. Biological hazards are there are types of hazards: biological hazards, physical hazards, and there are two recycling recycling the hazards. Many times if it is possible to use waste in any other purpose which eliminates its waste. Example, water waste oils can be used as fuel for power plant. The land disposal. Land disposal is a still primary method for disposal of hazardous waste when all other options have been exhausted.